Imagine this. You set your baby down for tummy time, turn away for just a second, and suddenly, boom. They're rolling over like a tiny ninja. One day, they're wobbling on all fours, and before you know it, they're zooming across the floor like a baby on a mission. Babies don't just grow, they evolve. One moment they're these adorable, squishy blobs, and the next, they're crawling, standing, and taking those first wobbly steps like a tiny drunk penguin. And if you blink, you'll miss half of it. So, how does this magic happen? What should you expect in your baby's first year? And, more importantly, when do you panic and when do you just sit back and enjoy the ride? Let's break down the epic journey of movement, from the first little wiggle to that victorious first step. Month 1-2. The tiny, wiggly potato stage. At this stage, your baby is basically a very cute, very sleepy potato. Their movements are mostly reflexive, meaning they're not doing much on purpose yet. But don't be fooled, big things are happening behind the scenes. The startle reflex, loud noise? Sudden movement? Watch as your baby flails their arms like a tiny skydiver. The grasp reflex, put your finger in their palm, and they'll cling to you for dear life. Spoiler: it's adorable. Neck strength? Barely. If you try tummy time now, their head will bobble like a poorly made bobblehead. But don't worry, it gets better. This is the foundation. Your baby is getting used to their body and the world around them. Month 3-4. The wiggly worm phase. Congratulations. Your baby is no longer a potato. They're learning to control their movements, which means you'll start seeing more purposeful arm and leg movements, less flailing, more intentional kicks, especially at 3 a.m. when you're trying to sleep. Mini push-ups. Tummy time is paying off. Your baby may start lifting their chest with their arms, like a tiny yogi doing a weak cobra pose. Rolling over, accidentally. 1 minute, they're on their back, the next, they've flipped like a pancake. Was it on purpose? Maybe. Maybe not. Their muscles are getting stronger, and their coordination is improving. Next stop? Controlled rolling and reaching. Month 5-6. The "I want to move but can't" phase. Now things get interesting. Your baby is desperate to move but hasn't quite figured out how. Expect intentional rolling, front to back, back to front. They've cracked the code. Sitting, with help, their core muscles are finally getting strong enough to sit, kind of. Rocking on all fours. This is the pre-crawl phase. Babies start rocking back and forth like they're about to take off. Spoiler: they won't. Not yet. Everything goes in the mouth, not a movement milestone, but very important. Nothing is safe. If you haven't baby-proofed your house yet, now is the time. Month 7-8. The "hold up, where did you go?" area. You turn around for 1 second, and your baby is gone. Well, not gone, but definitely not where you left them. Crawling begins. It starts slow. Maybe a backward shuffle. Maybe a commando crawl. But once they figure it out, you're in trouble. Sitting like a pro, no more tipping over like a bowling pin. They've mastered balance. Pulling up on furniture. Your baby now thinks they can stand. They can't. But they'll try anyway. At this point, they're obsessed with movement. And if you thought your home was baby-proofed before? Think again. Month 9-10. The daredevil stage. Welcome to the most chaotic stage of baby movement. They're fast, fearless, and dangerously overconfident. Standing, with support, your furniture? Now a jungle gym. Cruising along furniture, they'll grab onto anything to stay upright. Sofa, table, your leg, doesn't matter. Super speed crawling. If you blink, they're across the room. At this stage, they don't understand gravity, balance, or self-preservation. So, expect a lot of falling. Month 11-12. The victory lap. It's time. After months of faceplants, wobbles, and determination, your baby is finally ready for the main event. First steps. Some take off running. Others take one step and fall dramatically. Either way, it's happening. Standing without help, a full 5 seconds of wobbly independence. Cue the applause. Climbing on everything. Oh, you thought walking was the final boss? Nope. Now they're climbing onto furniture like a tiny mountaineer. And just like that, your baby is no longer a baby. They're a full-fledged toddler, and nothing will ever be the same. What if my baby isn't doing this on time? First of all, don't panic. Every baby has their own timeline, and some prefer to take their sweet time. But if you're worried, tummy time equals more muscle strength. Do it every day to help build those neck and arm muscles. Encourage movement with toys just out of reach. Babies love a challenge. Check with your pediatrician if your baby is significantly behind, but most delays are totally normal. Final thought, the real milestone? Enjoying every second. Here's the truth. It doesn't matter if your baby crawls at 6 months or 10 months. Or if they walk at 12 months or 16 months. Because in a few years, they'll all be running, jumping, and climbing on your furniture like tiny lunatics. The real milestone? Watching them grow, cheering them on, and soaking in every single moment. Because one day, you'll blink, and that tiny, wobbly baby will be running off to school.